So hello and welcome to another video and 1 minute. Yeah. So today in this video I'm going to talk about some of the things we already haven't talked about are something like the port scanner, which I'm only going to talk about because I have to review four scripting languages to compare which should you use and what are the things you have to know. Basically in Pentest plus exam there will be something called understanding the what are the languages are actually used and what kind of language this is, means what is being used in this particular script. Okay, and if you can do a little bit of code reading, you will always know that how to do it, how can you do it. Okay. So I already talked about a little bit of bash scripting, and if you go here and maybe I already created some of the files, maybe I don't. Okay, let's just create another file called scan ports or functions.sh. If you create something in function, like you have to mention the function keyword, and then you have to write like scan ports, and then you have to set for do, or you can do this here, and right here you can write anything. Like if I just write echo hello world. Okay, and if I just call this right here scan ports, and if I just save it and dot slash functions, functions. Okay, maybe because of the I haven't used the shebang line here, so that's why it's not recognizing it. So always put okay, maybe I did something wrong. Okay, you just write functions bash functions.sh. It will going to print the hello world. So already I haven't created anything to just actually call this hello world, but let's just say I wanted to echo one particular thing which is called this. Okay, -1. Okay, after that if I just mention something right here like hello world mohawk. Okay, I just mentioned this like hello world mohawk. Let's just say write this. Okay, and if I just save it and I run it, you will see that there is the mohawk already replaced with the $1, because you can actually scan the arguments right here. So write something like that. You can it can happen when you just actually put something like a return value like 10. Okay, let's just I put a return value 10, and after that if I just store that particular 10 in a variable. Okay, so like just say rate equal to dollar question mark, and if I just try to run this particular command, like if I just echo the rate right here, and if I just save and run it, functions.sh rect command not found. Okay, maybe I did something wrong, probably scan ports. Okay, let's just search for it to get a more understanding. I really don't know a lot of bash. Okay, So return function in bash, so probably at the rate res, I thought of it. Yeah, it was right here. So dollar, it was dollar question mark. If I just put it at res and change the variable name, and okay, let's just save it and run it. Maybe sometimes the name also a factor. Okay, let's just, in this case, not. Okay, okay, I have to dollar rates. That's why maybe it's not running. Okay, it's still not running. Okay, what is the issue? What is the issue right here? What is the issue? Local, not return 10. Okay, okay, now I understand. Maybe this was the factor, like used in a function, so I haven't used it yet. This was kind of an issue. I really don't understand. So you can actually go to any kind of like AI software or any other to just find it. What is the syntax issue? What is the syntax issue? Okay, I wrote the exact same thing probably. When you are run the script, it will print scan ports as the argument, sets the, you should have had spaces between while assigning it to a variable. I guess I shouldn't have spaces. Okay, I understand now. There is the thing called, if it has spaces, it will not work. This thing I actually pretty hate about bash, that the space thing actually makes a pretty hard issue. So you will understand the functions right now. And right now what is happening in this port scanner, let's just analyze it. So I already talked about that. If you can give a particular argument, so the argument will going to be stays at the $1 sign. Okay, $1 will going to be the argument you put. Okay, sometimes like here if I just specify a thing called target. Okay, if I just specify target, and in the target section if I just say it as $1, and this is the thing. So if I just save it and run it, okay, it will just going to run the target. Okay, because the target is saved as right here is $1. But the thing is, when you run, sorry for the syntax mistake, this would be the syntax actually, but after that if I run like mohawk, so it will going to run mohawk. If I run here any other thing like Comptia, it will going to run Comptia, because this is the argument. Okay, this is the argument this particular thing takes. So this is like, if you want to give more arguments, so you have to insert more datas. Like here if I mention min port, okay, min port equal to $2, Then I mention max port, and max port equal to $3. Okay, and right, if I just mention right here the $2, $3, and if I just run it like Pentest plus Mohawk, okay, maybe yeah, I didn't give the targets right here. So if I just mention the min port and the max port, and if I just enter it, you can see that a lot of things actually goes one by one. Basically this is the thing what we call the arguments. After that there is the thing what we call the port scanner function, and this is the function scan. This is the loop which is going on, and after that we are calling that particular function. Basically it's a loop for min port to max port, and in the echo section is actually we are scanning the /tab/tcp, and if it returns the null, then we'll execute an error. Okay, and after that if it's not return null, so we'll execute if it's null, we're not going to execute anything. But if it's actually if it's actually open, then we will return that particular port open. I hope you will understand that what the bash scanner is doing. This is a simple port scanner. Okay, but in the file scanner we have to know a lot of other scripting languages. I'm not going to teach any of these more than bash, because most of the languages are just you have to understand the syntax and nothing more. Like if you are asking me how to read and take input, I already talked about it in before class. Okay, but here is another important thing, which is that although bash is not looks like a very high level language, but yeah, it is not totally. But here you can see a lot of data structures which the bash already has, and most of extreme scripting sometimes has done in the bash. So here you can see how to write a particular array and how to print it. Because it's a low level language, you can see here how to print this in a for loop. In most of the new loosely typed language, most of the things are actually going to be, if you just console log it or print it, that is kind of a way to do in quite these days. Okay, local is basically shows the local environment variables. You can use it for the structures of functions, and also like special characters you want to include, okay, in encoding. So there is one particular command called echo string to base 64. You can use it for encoding it in base 64 and decoding it. Basically if you want to get short understanding of these kind of thing, you can understand about the grep concepts. Like if you are actually using something like here is a there is a file called anything like let's just cat our sh. What is the sh file? I forgot the name. It was the function.sh. okay, functions.sh. Here is this particular file. Okay, right, we can actually do something else. Like if we write the functions.sh, and if you try to use grep here, okay, grep, let's just say all the lines which have $sign, we want that. You will see that all the lines in which the $sign, we got that. Okay, maybe we don't. Most of the things I don't, I guess. That is kind of thing. If I just res, yeah, here you can see that all the files which have all the lines which have $sign was already in front of you. Maybe some of the things are actually not working. Let's just do it in a text file. Okay, for a particular purpose, let's just do it in a text file, nano hello grep.txt. I want to give you how to do it a pretty easy way. How are you? Fine, thank you. If I just do the thing right here, do the same thing, grep, and let's just say question mark, you will get that particular line in which the question mark exists. You can get a particular line in this particular exclamation mark exists. You can use grep for a particular purposes. You can use cut. Okay, you can use cut for, like, if you want to cut through, if you want to get the thank you. Okay, maybe you want to get the you and the exclamation mark only, not the thanks. Then you can cut it for spaces. Okay, hyphen c, I guess, hyphen d, or maybe. Okay, let's just see the cut help. I may have forgotten. C. Yeah, C maybe. Okay, if it was C, I just mentioned anything. Okay, let's just search for it. Cut command in terminal. That was hyphen D. That's, I'm sure of it, but why isn't it working right now? If I do this and space and hyphen 2, now we can get the U. What the hyphen 2 is working, we want the second one. Okay, we want the second thank you. Like, let's just if I wanted to do like 1, we'll get the thank only. So you will want the second one, the U. So that's why I'm doing it. You can get a lot of understanding of these things. Okay, in these kind of areas. There is something called PowerShell. PowerShell also use most of the similar things. A different thing is write host to print something. You can see a lot of things right here. You will need to know a little bit of things. Okay, similar for any other statements, you have to learn these. Okay, I generally don't want to spend too much time in these, because basically this is also what can I say, a port scanner in this PowerShell. I generally don't want to spend a lot of times in these, because you have to learn most of these in a structural manner. I just really go on and just show you what is the difference between these. Okay, like bash uses hash for hashtag for commenting comments. Okay, variables directly var name equal to value. PowerShell use $sign to assign value. Ruby does the same as var. Python does the same as var. Bash uses $sign to print the value of a variable. PowerShell use write host for it. Ruby use puts and Python use print. Okay, environment variable, you can actually call it using dollar, obviously, and get item in environment var name var name. This is for PowerShell. env for var name, and os.environment for var name. Really, if I wanted to go on, I just want to go on, I can go on. Okay, but these are the things, like most of the basic commands, like the if else statements. What are the difference between the if else ones? What are the input difference between these? but you will have to know most of these in a practice manner. I will definitely recommend you to do one particular thing before starting data structures. I want you to go through any kind of language. Probably I will recommend you to use Python. Then you will get a lot of good grasp on these kind of languages. That will going to help you a lot. So for this, I'm concluding this for today. So yeah, this is it.